Hi guys, welcome to our Friday Handmade Happy Hour. Let me just make sure I am live in the correct place. Just should be. If you're new here, I am Tracy. I own Cricut Craft. We do fun Cricut crafts and DIY tutorials and DIY crafting and DTF transfer crafts too. So let me just check. Yes, I'm good to go there. Yay. Okay. So today we're going to be making our second bundle of DTF transfers. And last week we made our fall version, which I'm going to show you what that is too. But we have lots of fun things happening over here at Cricut Craft this month. It is a very busy month where I'm just like a bit in over my head with how many things that are happening and getting your orders out the door. So it's a lot of fun things that are coming up. So first of all, we're going to be, last week we made, let me grab it. A lot of fun things to show you. We did our DTF transfer. So we did DTF transfers on a paper bag, and then we did a DTF transfer on paginine, on a wood tag. We painted it and added our DTF transfer. So we're going to go over today, if you missed last week, what is a DTF transfer and all of that. Today we're doing the Halloween packet, but I wanted to go over a couple other important things, and I'll post a link too. We have an anniversary sale coming up starting October 10th, and we have lots of fun things happening for that. So we have some new releases we're going to be showing in the next few days of different wood cutouts and a few different craft projects we're going to be releasing. We're also doing a bunch of mystery bundle things. And so they're all going to be, this one is mystery box bits, because we make subscription boxes, and sometimes we have leftover components from that. And so this is going to have like complete sets of at least one item is going to be a complete set of a piece of a subscription box. This one I know happens to have some metal buckets and some other wood signs and bits to complete those wood signs. And so that's going to be, it could be extra embellishments or things like that might also be in here too. But it's definitely going to be like a complete, you'll have at least one completed little mystery box bit. We're having DTF transfer bundle, mystery bundles, and this is a smaller one. We're going to have a larger one because we have some large DTFs. Some of them we're going to use today. And then we're going to have a mystery bag wood cutout. This is going to have five different wood cutout items, and they're not just like a piece of like a rectangle or a square. These are literally like, this one I think has some porch sign sayings you can use. It has a Christmas tree or two in there, and I don't even know what I grabbed for this one, but it's going to have 5 complete like little bundle things that you can make, and you could paint them, you could add vinyl to them, you could do whatever you want with those, stain them. And then we're going to have mystery greenery bundles, and so those are just going to be miscellaneous things that we've used in the past. And then we're having something with a free gift with every purchase. We're going to be doing a bits and bobs bag. And so this one has some ribbon in it. It has buttons and wood beads. Some of them are going to have jingle bells. We have all sorts of different things that are going to be in here, but for sure you're going to have a little bit of ribbon in each one. That's free with every single purchase. And then we're doing something we haven't done before. We made some rulers. And so we're going to do, we have a customized Cricut Craft ruler, and that is going to be in an order, free in an order over $100. So that is happening starting October 10th through the 13th. And so over the next few days, we're going to be showing some of the other things that we're going to be releasing, some new a couple new kit type wood cutouts. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Then we started talking, and I'm going to go live again today at 3 to go over 5 things you need to know about Craft Week, or 5 tools you're going to need for Craft Week. Craft Week this time is going to be October 21st through the 25th, and we're going to be making this fun double-sided porch cleaner. It comes in 2 sizes, so we're doing a mini version if you want like a tabletop type thing. This is not as tall as me, so I'm like This is probably around 48 inches. We're going to be showing how to paint the pumpkins. I'm going to be adding vinyl here for that pumpkin, like a vinyl saying, but all of this you could use with your stencils or vinyl cutouts. And so that is also something that's going to be happening, or that is happening. Okay. Then today we're going to go over the DTF bundles. So let me get this stuff out of the way and show you what comes in the bundles and get myself organized. So, hey, Hannah, let me switch my screen to be this one. Okay, so today we're going to be making our Halloween. We're going to make 2 projects with our Halloween bundle. So we're going to make a little mini sign and a little mini broom, and we're going to be making this sign today. So these are DTFs. The white part is a DTF. It comes in this bundle. And so there is 8 different DTF transfers, which I'll show you in a little bit for the Halloween one. Next week is our big one. So last week we did the fall version. So if you missed that, you can go back in and watch it on our last week's Handmade Happy Hour. Watch while we travel. Ooh, I want to go camping, Hannah. I know the weather's, well, still kind of scorcher in Texas. It's still pretty hot, but I feel like fall could be around the corner. I don't know. You never know in Texas. Okay, so for next week though, this one's going to be a longer class because we're doing 3 projects. So one, we're going to do, I think you guys call it an exploding canvas or something like that. Everybody calls it something a little different, but we're going to be making, this is the DTF print, the Santa, and I just covered this with like some paper and some greenery bits. And so I'm going to show how to make this with the DTF transfer. I'll show you next week what comes in the bundle of, in fact, I should list that. Let me find this so you can look up the pictures of what you can, hang on, let me get it. Of what comes in each bundle. So, all right. That's if you want, hey Rita, if you want to look up the bundles to see what's in it, that's where you can find it. But we're making this exploding canvas thing. We're going to be doing a garden flag. This has 5 different DTF prints on it. So it's 2 big ones and 3 small ones. And so we're going to be making that. Ooh. And then we're also going to be making a wood sign. Yours is going to say Merry Christmas on it. That I was just debating when I originally made my original one if I wanted to customize this and put, because you can layer vinyl on top of this. But I decided just to go with the one that says Merry Christmas. So we're going to paint the wood sign and then press this on there. Now, let me show you real quick. If you order a kit, they come like this. So this is what comes for the Christmas kit. You get the wood cut out, the truck, the square that goes inside the canvas frame that is going to hold the Santa, your canvas, and then your garden flag. So that's the Christmas bundle. The fall one comes with a wood tag and the paper bag, so you can do that. And then all of them come with the DTFs with the bundle. So, and then I'll show you, let's go over the Halloween one. Not enough room. Okay, so then today we're going to be painting and making these items. And so this is my bundle. This is my wood cutouts that we're going to use to make this. And let me show you what a DTF transfer is. So I know a lot of people use DTF transfers for t-shirts and stuff like that. And you totally can. In fact, a lot of these are sized to be like t-shirt size. So this would be great for like a fun t-shirt. But you could use them for all sorts of different things. And so that's why we're doing this little series, because I want to show you guys that you can easily craft with DTF transfers. They're similar in sublimation is that they transfer onto an item. The difference is that these are printed with a white backing for the most part. Sometimes they're not, like we have, oh, do I have one right here? We have some coasters that they don't have white ink, but it's the same thing. It's a DTF coaster. We have those sets too. But that way the light comes through the back like on a Christmas tree, and you just press it on acrylic. Hey, Linda. But this has white on the back, and so we can press this on a lot of different surfaces. So we've done acrylic, we've done wood, we've done fabric, we've done t-shirts, we've done hats, tote bags, like all sorts of things. There is not really per se a limit to what you can press this on, as long as it doesn't, whatever you're pressing it on doesn't melt with the heat. Today I'm going to be using a mini iron and my big heat press behind me. So I'm going to use both, but like this is my little mini iron, travel iron. Works great just for something like right in front of you to craft with, because like this little guy, you could use a big heat press, but you don't need to. You can easily just use your little mini iron. But you could use a regular iron too. The only thing with irons is you need to make sure it is no water at all in your iron, and it has to be set less than the steam setting. Like I just set mine up to the steam setting. There's no water in mine anyway. And so it works great. So I use my mini iron a lot. You can also use a Cricut heat press too. And so we're going to be pressing two things today, this little one and this white one. But let me show you what DTFs are in this Halloween bundle. So we've got this cute fun thing. This is definitely on trend with the 333 design and bows are really big this year. So we got a fun disco pumpkin. We have Tonight We Fly, which is one of the ones we're going to be using today. So I'm going to set that aside. And then this is our trick or treat. We're going to be using this today. But look how cute this is. This little pumpkin person is totally trending. And they have a ghost, not a pumpkin person, a ghost. And this little ghost, I've seen one for Christmas that is super popular, but it's a ghost holding like a Christmas drink and a Christmas, I don't know what. And I was like, I really kind of want to get it and see if you guys want to make something with it, but it's a ghost for Christmas. So I wasn't sure, but that one is super popular right now too. Pumpkins. So you could do these as wood signs. You could do these depending on what you want to put it on. T-shirt designs. Hey, Joyce. And then I put the boo in bougie. Like, how cute is that? That'd be great for a t-shirt. So let's paint our wood, and then we can assemble this so you can see how easy it is to use DTFs in crafting. Rita, which one's your favorite? Is it the ghost? I like the ghost too. It's so cute. Rita, I'll post in our club the Christmassy ghost and see if you guys like that one. All right, so the wood, the kits come with all the bundles for the eight bundles for the project. The Christmas one comes with 12. Okay, yeah, Rita, I'll post that one in the group and see what you guys think of that cute guy too. All right, I'm gonna paint this. Well, I'll just do my best to be careful painting. How about that? Actually, I'll paint on parchment. I have more parchment paper downstairs, and I forgot to bring it up. So these things we're going to stain brown, and this we're going to paint black, and then this is what it's going to look like. So also for this broom, you're going to need, I just bought like these natural, like you could do a natural broom too, but you could also, hey Becky, you can also buy these kind of fibers. I think at like Hobby Lobby, I don't know. So I ended up this one came, I got this I think at Home Depot for like $4 or something. And it comes stitched, and so you just have to cut the stitches out. It comes with 2 rows. So I just cut one stitch row out, and then I just bent this up, and then I cut it. And then I just added it to my little pile. And so I don't need all of this. You could make a lot of different brooms with this one. But I'm going to show you today with a wine cork, a piece of wine cork. a skewer and a rubber band and some twine. And so we're going to make this little guy. So I do need to paint this part black. So I should put that over here so I don't forget. All right. So roll up the sleeves so I don't make a mess. Becky, how have you been feeling? You feeling good? Hopefully you were way over all of your last year's drama. Okay, black paint. Put over here. I'm going to use a little wood stain, and I like this one. It is Bears, and it's dark walnut, and it's water-based, which is nice. So then it's easy to clean up. Actually, let me paint that one. Let me paint these first so they can dry. So I'm just going to put a little bit of stain on here and then wipe it down with the paper towel. And, oh, good and bad day still. Darn, Becky. I know, you've had a long haul of it. All right, if I can open this, let me switch this to be, oh, it all depends. Oh, you put the boo. Oh, that's so fun, Sherry. You already made that one? I know, that one seems perfect for a t-shirt. Oh, my little stain is like glued shut, kind of. I know, I think that one would be so fun on a t-shirt. Okay. In fact, darn, last week I said I was going to make a t-shirt just to show you, and I didn't go grab one. I didn't grab that one, so I need to work on that. Okay, so I'm just running, and I'm only doing one side. I am going to use some wood glue too. So I'm just putting some stain on. You can also do watered down paint to make a stain also. And we did hear from one of our customers, and I can't remember who was telling us this. They took the, they did this one from last week, and they stained the wood instead of, I just painted mine. And DTFs don't stick well to stain. So, but they definitely stick well to paint. So just so you know about that one. I didn't know that because I've not tried staining a wood and putting a DTF on there. I've only done painting. So that is good to know. All right, we're going to set these aside to dry while we paint everything else black. And when you craft with this straw stuff, it gets everywhere, by the way. All right, so we're going to paint this black. It's black paint. My favorite black paint is this Home Folk Art chalk paint. It dries so well. Half the time you really only need one coat. So we'll see how it goes here, but I'm guessing it only needs one coat. Something else we have coming up is a Jingle Mingle event, which I need to find the link for that too, and add it. Janine, if you're still here, can you find the link for Jingle Mingle page, like on my website, and post it? All right. So I'm just going to paint this black, and the only thing is it just needs to be good and dry. So I'm going to take my heat gun and make sure it is dry before we press anything on it. And so for this bigger one, I'm just going to go over to my big heat press and use it. And then the little one, I'm going to use my little iron. Rita, that's a great question. What kind of surface are you thinking of sticking it to? Can you tell me that part? While you're telling me that part, I would say it doesn't have to be completely smooth, like because it sticks to fabrics, different types of fabrics. But So you can put it on like hats and those are all different fabrics, sweatshirts, a lot of different type of clothing. But if you're going to put it on like a sign per se, then I would try to make it somewhat smooth. If it's something really like fuzzy, furry, I don't know that that would be a good surface. But oh, thank you, Janine. A rough old board. Rita, I have not tried that. I've not tried that. So I don't 100% know. But if you're going to do something like that, you want to make sure that the DTF is really like into the grooves and stuff. So you're going to have to do a lot of pressure on whatever your heat source is, whether it's a Cricut heat press or something like that. But I've not tried that one. That's a good one to maybe try. In fact, I was thinking of that the other day, not a wood board, but some of our wood has like a bit of a fuzzy texture to it. Okay, let me dry this and see if I need another coat. And so I was thinking that I wasn't sure the DTF would stick super well to the one that has a bit of a fuzzy texture, but I can go find a scrap of wood that Rob has, and I can try pressing one on the fuzzy. It's not as smooth as our regular wood cutouts, and try it. So I'm just using a heat gun to dry everything so it gets good and dry before we press it. So Jingle Mingle is going to be October 24th and 25th during the day. And that is going to be, I think, at least 12 or 13 of my business friends. We are all doing different things. So there's going to be, like, there's a lot of crafters who are doing, going to show you how to do some crafts. So we're going to be making coasters with DTF patterns. They didn't bring any upstairs to show you that either, but you can see on the link like what it is. But it's a free event. I still have to paint my skewer too. It's a free event, and I think I'm okay with that. I was like, I kind of feel like I could repaint this section, but it's Halloween. Like, that's supposed to be a little spooky, right? I was like, what did I do with my skewer? Anyway, so Jingle Mingle is a free event. You go in, it's in a Facebook group where it's presented. And then I'm just painting the skewer for the broom we're going to make. And then a bunch of us are doing crafts, and you can buy a kit if you choose, or you could just watch them and learn some new techniques. And then there's going to be Jonica from Jonica's Bakery is going to be baking something. Sarah from Framed is going to be doing, I think, some giftable bundles. And Amy from the Snooze Box, I think, is also doing some giftable things too. Amy from Wax Candles is doing something with candles. I don't even know. And then Cotton Chaos, they're having, they're going to, I think, show how to style t-shirts and stuff like that. They have a t-shirt subscription. So, oh, that's not dry. So lots of fun things happening there. And you just have to be in the group to get all the information on where you can watch the presentations. Also, we're doing a grand prize. I don't even know how much it's worth, but it's all of us are contributing to it. So it's a really, really good prize. I would love to win that myself. And so that one, you have to sign up in the Facebook group for the giveaway for that. This is still kind of wet. Oh yeah, Janine, the coasters would be a good idea for holiday shows. Are you doing more holiday shows this year, Janine? I think you are. Okay. Let me see. I feel like if it feels kind of damp, it means it's not 100% dry. And I feel like right down here, it feels damp. So, and then do I have any? was looking to see if I had, oh, I do. I have some heat tape too, just in case, because I might tape this down. Oh, you're doing 4. That's so fun. I wish I could go there and catch you doing that, Janine. That would be super fun. All right, done with the paint. So let's make our signs first, and then we'll come back and make the broom. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do this little guy first. And this is how easy it is to do a DTF transfer. So it has like a, you could feel it's printed on one side and it has a glossy side. This plastic paper is, oh, my nose is so itchy, is a carrier sheet. And so it's printed ink onto this plastic carrier sheet. So I'm just going to set this where I want it, and I'm just going to eyeball it. And then for these little guys, this is the same with these coasters and our square coasters that we're doing for Jingle Mingle. I'm going to hold it in place. I'm going to hold it with one hand and use my mini iron. And basically we're just holding it straight down. Don't put any pressure, so you don't want it to glide because it will move where you probably don't want it. And so I'm just doing, I don't know, 7 to 10 seconds, lift it up, push it down on the other side for another 7 seconds or so. What we're doing is just making sure that it's going to stick to your item, and then we have to let it cool completely. Once it cools, because it's pretty hot, then it can, where is my scraper tool? Oh. And sometimes, depending on what it is, I just like to make sure is it stuck down. Now, if you see like this, like it looks like a little darker here, that's just the glue, and it just melted a little bit, but it's going to be clear, so you're not really going to notice that. So we're going to let that cool, and while that's cooling, we're going to place this one and figure out where do we want it. So for this one, we need to be a little more precise because we're having, I'm going to line these up so we can kind of see where it might go, because we're going to glue these down with some wood glue. But I want to make sure this is kind of where I want it to be, and I don't want it too close to one edge or the other. So I am going to straighten it up a bit. I think that'll be good. Okay, so now that I know that's pretty much where I want it, you can do the same thing, hold it down with your, and then tack it down with the heat press and just do different sections with your iron if you want, or if you have a big Cricut heat press, you can just, I would tape it down so it doesn't move if you happen to have heat tape. If not, it's not really gonna, if you're putting it down in a big heat press like we're gonna be doing in a second, sometimes the air movement of the machine moving the lid can move your DTF. And so you can use this heat tape. Cricut makes one, but you can get it on Amazon or wherever, and just tack it in place. It's not going to do anything to your wood or anything like that. And so that way, we'll just add a piece to the bottom. That way we're going to tack it down first, and then we're going to come back in and glue on the sides. But I've got to find the end. Anyway, Jingle Mingle is 2 days, and it starts at 10 a.m. I think on both days, and the first day goes 10 to 6 or so, and then the second day goes 10 to 3 or 4. So every hour is a new presentation. You can watch the replays. They're going to be in the Facebook group. I'm going to switch this to this because I'm going to go to behind me and use my big heat press. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I always learn so many fun things. And I think you will too. Still have wet paint. All right. Got it on my table. Okay. I'm going to go press this in my heat press, and we're going to do it about maybe 7 seconds. So And I'm just gonna hold some pressure on here. I could loosen this clamp so I can clamp it down, but I don't need to. You would want to do lots and lots of pressure with a t-shirt, but this one I think is gonna be okay. All right, just be aware that this is warm when you take it out. So we're gonna let this cool, and let me switch my camera back. This, actually we'll do this one. All right, so this should be cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna peek and we're gonna see, did it stick the way we want? So I'm gonna just carefully like lift it up. And if you see it pulling anything up or sticking to the carrier sheet, put this right back down and add a little bit more heat on here and then let it cool and then check again. But as long as it peels like easy like that, it's good to go. So look how quick we made a sign. You could totally do this with vinyl as well, because this happens to just be a single color. But since it's Halloween, I'm doing the single colors for that. But our other colors, the brightly colored DTFs, you can't replicate that with vinyl and thanks, Joyce. You can't replicate all the colors like in these transfers with vinyl. So that's a big difference of doing DTFs. So sometimes we have single colors and sometimes we have full color. So let this cool down. Let me get some glue ready on a plate. And I'm just doing wood glue. If I could get this one open. Oh. Yeah, Rita, you might have to sand that spot down where you want to put it. That would probably be the best bet so it sticks really well. And then if it's going to be something outdoors, I would seal it too, like with a spray sealer. All right, got our wood glue. Don't need this, don't need that. So let's see. It's still a little warm, but let's see. So I'm just going to lift it up. And okay, so like that is sticking. So I'm gonna go back here. I'm just gonna use my little one because it's right here. And just add a couple more seconds where it kind of is peeling up. And a lot of times it's on like an edge type piece where this happens, but let's check this side and it is still a little warm too. I have the best, we'll see, it didn't get all of it. So I'm gonna go back in. And I could have done a few more seconds too. So while this is stuck down, I'm just going to go over, I know this bat and that stuck down because the glue seeped out a little bit. And that's just because when you glue this, the glue turns into like a gas type, not a gas, but liquid, and it melts. And so we got to let this cool before we can peel it. While that's cooling, let me show you then we'll come back to finishing that one. So this guy, I'm going to use a wine cork that's just cut to whatever size you want. So I just have like half of a wine cork. And then we're going to glue this. We just need this to basically be our stand. So I'm just going to, you could glue this in there if you want, which I think I will, but I'm just prepping the hole first. And then we're going to glue the skewer in there. So that's the start. And then I found the easiest thing to do is if your daughters or granddaughters or even you have like the clear rubber bands, which I only have black at the moment. I stole some for my daughter. These work the best. You can try to maybe just like hold this and then wrap twine around it. But I found it was easier to just do a rubber band first and then go from there. So I don't think I'm going to need all of this. So this is the better end of the broom. It's more like broom-like, like not, it's just more, it's dried fiber. It's dried grass or something. And so do I want this much or do I want a little less? Let me try a little less and we'll see where we get. So, what I'm going to do, so as I'm holding it around, I think I do want more. So I'm going to grab that amount. And we're going to give it a haircut when we're done, so don't worry. And so since I think that'll be good, how far did I have this? Let's see if I can do it this way. I'm going to go around here twice and then push this up a little bit. And we're going to give it a haircut, so it's going to look something like that. And I might even do, I just can't get this rubber band around 3 times, I don't think. I'm going to try. Well, I don't think that's going to work. But what I can do is just tighten it with this. I can't decide. I can't make up my mind today. I think I am going to try to do at least one more double, just so it stays pretty well. And then you have to decide, like, this is about what mine is. So I'm going to cut it right around here and then trim some of these down. And before you do the twine around it, then just smush this around so it's like evenly all around. It's just even. And then we're going to take some twine. I'm just going to do a big piece. I'm going to leave a tail on this because I need this place to tie the knot. So I'm just going to leave a tail and I'm going to wrap this around there a bunch of times. And once you kind of have it going, you can tighten it. And that way it should stay pretty well. So this is just to your preference. I'm just mainly covering up the rubber band and I'm also making sure it's really good and tight. And so then I'm just going to tie this in a knot. So, and I'm going to warn you that this stuff is messy. When you're trimming it, you're going to get bits everywhere. So be warned for that. Okay, so then I just did a knot. I'm going to trim it. And then we're going to trim it and give it a haircut. So I'm just going to trim it all the way to the end. And if you want the fibers, like if you want it to be taller, let's see, it's about where I had it. So then I'm just going to give it a little haircut. And I have to cut a little off at a time and then kind of keep going a little shorter, a little shorter. Just because I don't want to cut too much off at once. And then I'm just trying to get it to be lined up with the bottom so it can stand up. Janine, what are you making for your craft fairs this time? Are you doing the trees again or what are you making? Okay, so now we have it even. So it should stand, which it does. And then we just need to trim the top. And I like to just pry some of this, ornaments. I know ornaments are super popular. I still think I'm going to cut some more of this off. And then I like to just lift some of this up to give it a bit more fluffy look. I'm not trying to break it, but so then we got our cute little broom to go with our cute little sign. You guys, how easy was that? Okay, So then this I don't need. Let's glue this on, clean up all this grass. It's nice and cool. So it should just peel up like butter. The key is really having it nice and cool. Like it shouldn't have any heat at all is the best, but sometimes I'm impatient and it can, I'll pull it up before it's actually cool. So then we're gonna glue on the edges. And so I'm gonna do paint on some wood glue to the back of, oh, got a little crazy there. All right, glue, we're gonna just do wood glue. You can do hot glue, but I find because some of these pieces are large that your glue might dry before you actually get it placed where you want it. And this way you have a little bit of time to place it before you commit to where it's gonna go. So I'm gonna just turn this to its side. But you guys, this could not be easier to craft with DTF transfers. So easy. So I'm lining it up. And if you're using this wood glue, you have a few seconds to make sure it's very well lined up on the edges. I'm going to clean up the glue on the edges. You can use clamps. I just moved it. You can use clamps if you want to clamp it down. But for this, you need to make sure everything's good and lined up because we need to fit precisely the next piece. And so if we do it like to push it in too much, it won't fit. And so we just need to make sure you take your time for lining everything up. Then I just like to go around because I know at least if I'm going around that I can tell this next piece is going to fit. And then as long as it's lined up, then this piece should fit too. This glue sets within, I don't know, I would say it gets pretty solid within a minute, I would think. And then within a couple minutes, it's definitely stuck. So if you have any little bits, because wood can be warped, if you have any little bits that are going to be sticking up or not holding down very well, clamp them down until they're really good and dry, and then take that off. Take the clamp off. All right. Hold it down. This one looks pretty good. But if you've not tried this wood glue, the Titan Bond wood glue, it dries so quickly and it works pretty darn well. So it does, one drawback of this glue is it has a yellow tint to it. So depending on what you're putting it on, like if it's white and it seeps out, you definitely want to get like a Q-tip or whatever and just clean up the edges because you might see a little bit of yellow, not bright yellow, just you just might notice it a little bit. But if you wipe it up, you're going to be pretty good to go. All right, then we're going to do our last piece. Next week, we're going to be doing the, that's going to be a longer one because we're doing 3 different things. So we're going to do the truck, and I might have that one. I think I'm going to pre-paint the wood sign just because the class is already going to be quite long to do the explosion one. So. Oh, see, I did what I said not to do and it's already stuck. So I'm gonna have to go cut this one down. It's a little bit short, or I mean a little bit long, but they're already stuck down. So it's like I might be able to wedge it in there. Oh, I did, yay. But depending on if you move it over just a little bit, like it could definitely like have trouble fitting. And I've got glue there. I want to clean that up. I'm just going to do a Q-tip and then just wipe up the excess glue. And this would at the end, no, it's not worked. But you guys, clean up the glue. This is just super easy to do, quick to complete crafts. If you just like quick crafting and you don't happen to want to use your Cricut machine, this is another alternative. So we did it. We finished another DTF transfer workshop. So this is our Halloween bundle. We got a big sign. And you can see I did 2 different stains. This one's a darker stain. This one's a lighter stain, your preference. And then we just did the little sign and our little broom. We'll be good to go. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so did you paint the wood? Yes, I painted the wood black, and then I added, Deanna, I painted the wood black, and then I added the DTF on top of it. You can also go back and watch the replay too. But no worries. I wouldn't stain the wood because we had somebody make this one last week. We did a fall workshop last week. This is a DTF print. They stained this tag, and the DTF didn't stick. And so I definitely have good luck with just paint or plain wood. Works well too. But like we added last week, we added it to a paper bag. So it just depends on what you want to make and what you want to put it on. But we've done acrylic coasters. Those are in our shop. We're doing, for Jingle Mingle, we're doing DTF coasters that are square wood. You don't need to paint them because we have white printed on the back of the printouts. So, I mean, you can if you'd like, but you don't have to because you're not really going to see the paint through that. So that's what we did. Super quick and easy. The temperature I'm using around 320 on my heat press. On my mini iron, I'm just setting it all the way up to steam. I didn't go past steam. And then there's no water in here. That's the most important thing. If you're going to do a Cricut heat press, you can do around 320 as well. And then it's just a matter of making sure that when you're pressing down, you are not pressing forward. You're just totally pressing straight down with a little bit of pressure. You don't need a ton of pressure for doing it on wood, but if you're doing it on clothing, you do need more pressure. So keep that in mind. But you could use an iron, a mini iron, a Cricut heat press, a big heat press, which I have behind me. Lots of choices. So next week, we're going to come back and do the Christmas bundle with the 3 crafts for that one. So I hope you come back and join me then. Also, let me check the calendar because starting Thursday, we are doing, we're doing our anniversary event where we're having doorbusters, which is our mystery bundles. We're having free gifts with purchase. We're having 20% discount on our entire shop, not including subscriptions or memberships or anything like that, or gift cards. And then we're releasing a couple new products. So that's going to be happening the 10th through the 13th. That's our anniversary sale. And it's going to be super fun. All right, guys, I am going to hop off. I'm going to be back at 3 o'clock. We're going to go over Craft Week. What items are you going to need for Craft Week and things you need to know about Craft Week coming up in a couple weeks. And so if you sign up for that, I can't wait to see you back at 3. I'll show you more details of what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be making, and all the things. So we're going to be going live every day for the next 5 days, talking about little tidbits about Craft Week and then about crafting and then making some money crafting and starting like a little side hustle or even a full-time hustle. So we will see you back here at 3 and we'll chat with you then. Bye, guys.